First order of business is the Corolla. Morning, guys. So we're gonna go over seeing what's wrong with this thing. Check the basics. First, let's just check the oils. What she had happen was the lower radiator hose blew off, and we need to find out why. Doesn't look milky. I did do an oil change on it kind of recently, so it's not too bad. She had someone do the radiator, so the radiator is brand new. They put on this universal hose for the top, put on the right hose for the bottom, but I guess the bottom hose blew off. That looks bad. See that gray sludge? Oh no. Oh no. Let's see that again. Oh no. Okay. That's no bueno. Oh, there's oil in there. I see little droplets. Very tiny. See, it looks like the little brown speckles that are out of focus. Okay, well. Ugh. No bueno. Dump this out and get a look at it as it pours out. Well, that wasn't good. I think that's what happens when oil and coolant mixes. It turns into mud. Something like this could happen when you mix two of the wrong kinds of antifreeze together, but I think for the most part, a lot of it's all OAT or HOAT or ethanol glycol, and it's all mixable. It's all kind of almost universal. But we'll move on to compression testing. So here's the spark plugs I pulled out. Let's see, first we've got NGKs. Looks like they're all NGKs. The center ones are really discolored. The outside ones look new-ish. All the tips look kind of the same for the most part. Not too bad, not too good. It's probably typical for this mileage and age of car. It's a little white. Could be running lean for a while. Or maybe that's just right. I'm not an expert. I don't know 100%. Number one spark plug well had oil on it. You can see here. The only one where the seal was leaking. Or I don't know if that's number one, but we're gonna say this is one all the way to the left. Number two, again, I'm just numbering them for me. Number two, the spark plug terminal, the spark plug wire terminal stayed on the plug. Where did I put it? And it's burnt up in there, so there could have been a reason why it was running so rough when I pulled it off the trailer. Number one is actually mostly clean. There's just a little bit of oil up at the top. It's not like the bottom of the boot was real saturated. There's a little bit there. But I can see the top of the piston right there. And it is black. This one is super dry. And so is this one. But this one looks dry and clean. Like these two have overheating marks, it looks like. Just like the spark plugs show. And this is the only decent looking one. All the cylinders are looking black. All the top of the pistons, I mean. Definitely black. Again, that's probably just normal for this age of vehicle and not being maintained probably like it should. Alright, I've got the pressure tester in. I've got the fuel injectors unplugged. You see that there, maybe right there. So those injectors are unplugged. But I kind of want to get a shot of the radiator too. See if anything starts spewing out of there. What's that one? 30, 40, 50, so 130-ish, over 130. Let's try it again. So that was only 120, and that was with one more crank than I gave the other cylinder. Let's try it again. Got up to 120 again. It's just like the other three were showing. I've got the wrench over here on the side, cranking it over by hand. I went through and tested each hole again on, for sure, what is their compression stroke, and it seems like actually they're all holding up just fine. But when the valves are closed, I'm confident with the compression test that this is okay. There could still be like a what do they call it, like one of those water passages. Maybe that's blown in between an oil and a water passage without leaking compression from a cylinder. That's still very possible. And there is oil in the tank. That's a fact. There's oil in the coolant, and you saw the sludge come dumping out of this thing. I think I'll go get another tool and compression test the coolant system. Yep, that's what I'll do next. That's going to do it for today. I am going to just focus on the Corolla for now. Don't want to get too much on my plate. The battery on the Intrepid was dead, so I've got that charging. And yeah, it's a V6 also. It's going to take a little more time than what I've got. I got to get ready for work. And I will get the tester for the cooling system to test the pressure in the cooling system, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned for tomorrow to get notifications on the cooling system, and then we'll move on to emptying everything, and I am going to clean everything up. Of course, it's got an oil leak, so I will probably do valve covers and grommets no matter what. She said there was water spewing out of the side where the lower radiator hose goes in, so we'll check that out too. It's probably just a blown gasket again from, you know, overheating. Could have just blown the seal out and blown the hose off. Honestly, what probably happened was that the thermostat housing started leaking, and then maybe the bottom hose wasn't all the way tight, so it started overheating and then blew the hose. And that was that. So she lost the entire radiator on the ground, or, you know, the coolant in it, filled it back up with coolant, and there's still a significant amount of oil in there. So I don't know what to think at this point, but we'll keep chipping away. Subscribe, hit the bell so you know when tomorrow's video comes out. Peace.